Hello kids, how are you? I hope you all are good. Today we'll start with a new chapter, chapter 7, intro with Excel 2016. Now what is MS Excel 2016? It is simply a spreadsheet program in which we can record our numerical data like you see your teachers record your report cards, your marks in Excel. We see in offices the record of employees is kept in Excel. So we'll see how to sort and work in this Excel environment. So let's begin with advantages of a spreadsheet program, starting Excel 2016, parts of Excel 2016 window, worksheet and workbook, working with the Excel environment, working with a worksheet, selection in a worksheet, editing a worksheet, closing workbook and exiting Excel. Let's just start the chapter.
What are you doing, Kitty? I am calculating my marks in Excel 2016. Excel 2016 is a Windows-based application software. It is quite useful in entering, editing, analysis and storing of data. Arithmetic operations with numerical data such as addition, subtraction, multiplication and division can also be done with Excel. We can sort the numbers characters according to some given criteria and solve simple financial, mathematical, and statistical formulas. Advantages of a spreadsheet program. The advantages of using a spreadsheet program are as follows. It is easy to input data in a spreadsheet. It is easy to store large spreadsheets on the computer without much effort. Changes in the data can be done quickly and easily. There are less chances of errors. Charts, shapes, pictures, etc. can also be shown in a spreadsheet. Starting Excel 2016. Open the Start menu by clicking the Start button. A list of all applications will appear in the Start menu. Select the Excel from the list and click on it. The Excel 2016 window will appear with the Start screen. Click on the blank workbook. The blank workbook of Excel 2016 will appear in front of us. Parts of Excel 2016 window. Quick Access Toolbar. Ribbon. Column. Name box. Formula bar. Cell. Row. Worksheet. The worksheet in an Excel 2016 file is a single spreadsheet consisting of rows and columns. When we first launch Excel and are presented with a view similar to the one below, then most of the screen is taken up by the default worksheet. The name of the first worksheet is Sheet 1, if our Excel program is still using the default settings. The worksheet typically contains a series of rows that are identified with numbers at the left side of the window and columns that are identified with letters at the top of the window. This is the default setup in Excel 2016 and is the most commonly used structure in the program. Workbook. A workbook in Excel 2016 is the entire Excel file, typically identified with a file type of .xls or .xlsx. A new Excel file will have a default name of Book 1, although that can later be changed when we first save the file. A workbook can consist of multiple worksheets. Cell. Each rectangle in a worksheet is called a cell. It is the intersection of a row and a column. Each worksheet contains a number of columns and rows. Each cell of the worksheet has a unique reference which is obtained as a result of combination of column letter and row number. For example, D5 refers to the cell containing column D and row number 5. Range of cells. It is a group of cells forming a rectangular area. In Excel, a range is indicated by using a colon. For example, a range starting from D5 to I9 is written as D5, I9. Name box and formula bar. The name of the active cell appears in the name box. The name box also shows the first active cell of the selected range. If you don't see this box, click View, then Formula bar. The formula bar is situated on the right side of the name box. It shows the contents of the active cell in the worksheet. Sheet tab and tab scrolling bar. Located at the bottom of the Excel application window, Sheet tab displays the list of sheets in the workbook. Here is shown as Sheet 1, Sheet 2, Sheet 3, etc. at the bottom of the current workbook. We can move from one worksheet to another within the same workbook. The tab scrolling bar is situated on the left of the Sheet tab and permits us to scroll quickly and easily when we have many worksheets in a workbook. Status bar. The status bar is situated below the Sheet tab and tab scrolling bar. It provides information about the operation in progress or about a selected command. After the command is selected, status bar displays the commands on its left side. Working with the Excel environment. The ribbon and quick access toolbar are where we will find the commands to perform common tasks in Excel. The backstage view gives us various options for saving, opening a file, printing and sharing the document. Ribbon. Excel 2016 uses a tabbed ribbon system instead of traditional menus. The ribbon contains multiple tabs, each with several groups of commands. These tabs are used to perform the most common tasks in Excel. Each tab will have one or more groups. Some groups will have an arrow that we can click for more options. Click a tab to see more commands. We can adjust how the ribbon is displayed with the ribbon display options. Creating a new blank workbook. Select the File tab. Backstage view will appear. Select New, then click Blank Workbook. Saving a workbook. Click on the File tab. Click on Save As. A Save As dialog box will appear. From the left pane of the window, select the location where you want to save the file. In the File Name box, enter a name for the file. Click on Save. The file will be saved with the .xlsx extension. Opening a workbook. Click on the file. Click on the Open option. From the left side of the dialog box, select the location of the workbook. Select the workbook and click on Open button or double-click on the workbook. Inserting a worksheet, click on Sheet 3 on the Sheet tab, click on the Home tab and go to the Cells group. Click on the drop-down arrow below the Insert option. Then, click on Insert Sheet from the list displayed or right-click on Sheet 3 on the Sheet tab and from the shortcut menu click on Insert. This will display the Insert window. Select Worksheet in the General tab and then click OK to insert a worksheet. Deleting a worksheet. Click on the sheet you want to delete on the Sheet tab. Click on the Home tab and go to the Cells group. Click on the drop-down arrow below the Delete option. Then, click on Delete Sheet from the list displayed or right-click on the sheet to delete on the Sheet tab and from the shortcut menu that appears, click on Delete. Renaming a worksheet. Click on the worksheet to rename on the Sheet tab. Click on the Home tab and go to the Cells group. Click on the drop-down button given along the Format option. From the given list, go to Organize Sheets option and click on Rename Sheet. Type the new name of the worksheet. Entering data in a worksheet. There are 4 types of data that can be entered into a worksheet. These are 1. Date and time. This consists of date value like 07/08/2016 and the time value like 9:30 am. The time and date values are by default right aligned. 2. Numbers. This includes the digits from 0 to 9 and the symbols such as plus, comma, is equal to, and %. The numerical values are by default right aligned. 3. Text. This includes letters, numbers and special characters like $ and blank space. The text data is by default left aligned. 4. Formula. It is a combination of numbers, operators and cell addresses. It is used to do calculations on the values that are stored in a cell or a range of cells. Selecting a cell, click on the required cell. A single selected cell is called an active cell. A highlighted border will appear around it. Selecting adjacent cells, click on the upper leftmost cell in the range. Hold down the left mouse button and drag to the lower rightmost cell in the range. Selecting a column or a row, click on the column header to select an entire column. Click on the row header to select an entire row. selecting multiple columns or rows, click on the first column header or first row number. Press the Shift key on the keyboard and click on the last column header or last row number to be selected. Editing a worksheet. Editing a worksheet means we can modify, alter or delete its content. We can do the following editing in a worksheet: changing the cell contents, inserting or deleting cells, rows and columns, using the cut, copy and paste commands to move or copy the cell contents, editing cell contents. To retype or override the contents of the cell, just click on the cell and type a fresh text. To modify the contents of the cell, either press the F2 key or double-click on the cell and type the changes. Deleting cell contents. Select the cell in the worksheet whose content is to be deleted. Click on the Home tab and go to the Editing group. Click on the Clear option and select the Clear Contents. Closing Workbook and exiting Excel. Click on the File tab and then click on Close option. If you want to save the changes and close the window, click on Save. If you want to close the window without saving the changes, click on Don't Save. If you don't want to close the window, click on Cancel.